Star money draping gold, we sipping on success. Diamonds make moves, icy wrists stay fresh. Dating lights flicker, shadows of the best. Click rolling deep, never failing, no test. I'm the man, star money's glow. Diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let them know. OVO nights, heavy on the vibe. Strutting through the city, unstoppable tribe.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? This is the On God Podcast. And everything I do, I say this every time we do this, and I'm going to always say this to the new audience or whoever they ain't never heard us. But everything I do it on God. Everything we do it on God. When I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click. Number one rapper for life, number one rapper in the world, and I am BMC for life. That is the 1-5 BET People's Choice Award nominee. That is 1-5. The other co-CEO of the Star Money Click, number one producer in the world. And he is also the owner of Punish Me Vodka that sponsors every show we do. That is Jimmy 2 times. He is the devoted 49er fan and the Oklahoma Sooner fan. And he is also my brother from another mother. And we are the On God Podcast. Welcome to the show. I'm going to take us back. It has been a hell of an NBA final so far. So we're going to start from where we left off. We had already went over game one for the audience. So we're going to start at game two. And then we're going to go through two. We got all three games to talk about. And I've got notes for everything. So we're going to remember exactly what's going on. So in game two, the Pacers lose, get blown out 123-107. Halliburton, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Turner, 16 points. Siakam, 15 points. Wow. I just want to put this out there. Desmond Bane just got traded.
Wow.
Desmond Bane just got traded to the Magic for KCP and Cole Anthony. So that's just let me go out and come back in. That's just the thing I want to let everybody know. Yeah, that's crazy. So Siakam had 15, 7 to 4. Nesmith had 14. Mathurin had 14. Nembhard had 11. McConnell had 11. And you would think with all these people in double figures, you would have never thought the Pacers lost by 16 points. But SGA had 34, 5 and 8. Caruso had 20. Wiggins had 18. Wiggins also hit 5 threes in this game. Jalen Williams had 19 and Chet had 15. I think what people don't really realize is the production of the Pacers is set one way. And me and 1-5 talked about this. Me and 2 times also talked about this too. If Halliburton doesn't get 20 points, they lose. When Halliburton gets 20 plus points, they're damn near 21-1, or they're damn near unbeatable. They're probably 22-1 now, but they're really unbeatable when he gets 20 plus points. From game one, the buzzer beater that he hit him with, to game two, the blowout, what do y'all feel like was the difference in the game as far as on both team sides, on Oklahoma City side and on Indiana side?
Consistency in the half-court offense on the Pacers' point. You know, that's the part of this whole series, but particularly that was the beginning. And I noticed it in game one, and I think that was part of the reason why they had to come back. But game two, and up until as we speak, that's been the problem. You know, I don't like the fact that when they get into a half-court set, it seems like nobody can create. It's more passing. They're trying to swing the ball around to find an open man. People are, you know, they're hesitant to shoot sometimes, and then one moment they're overshooting because they're too aggressive. So it's like they have no middle ground when it is of taking a good shot and working within their offense. And I think that's the problem. And I think that's been hampering them when it came to getting in a situation where Oklahoma was on their ass and they can't create. You know what I mean? It's not like they don't have people that can create. It's just it's almost like they panic a little bit. They get a little tight, and that defense, because Oklahoma's defense ain't no fucking joke. I mean,
It's number one. It's number one.
Yeah, they put the clamp on your ass. You know what I mean? Like I got a home where my homeboy DJ, he always talk about put the vest on the motherfucker. They put a vest on your ass, and you stuck like that. And it's just they just don't understand how to take good shots in the moment. That's pretty much the only way I can really say it. They don't know how to take good shots in the moment, and they don't know when overpassing is too much. They need to chill out. Sometimes you're open, shoot the shot. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. But they're thinking too much. They're underthinking. They're overthinking. There's no middle ground when it comes to their offense in the half court set.
One Fat, what you think?
Well, I thought the Pacers adjusted nice in game 3. They came out.
No. We talking about game 2 right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, game 2 was
game 2 was the blowout.
Definitely the blowout. By the way, I did call that, by the way. I said 15 to 20 points. They won by 16.
Yeah, I said 10 plus. Yep.
I thought OKC did exactly what I thought they would do. They'd adjust and make what they did, man. They turned up the defense. They turned it up on them, and they kept everybody under 20. You can't win a game in the NBA when your both of your star players score under 20 points. The Pacers had nobody on their team scored over 20. That tells me that OKC played a hell of a defensive game.
But it's crazy because they had 7 people in double figures and still lost the game.
7 in double figures, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, normal. if you're scoring 10 and 11 points, you know what I mean? That's not getting you much. That's only 70 points, but 70 to 100 points right there. Another thing is I think the Pacers really need to get the tempo going, because when they go and score over 114 points, they're undefeated. I mean, they really need to get the ball moving. OKC did a real good job of slowing them down, like James said, getting them into the half court set and slowing them up some. And that's not their game. Their game's like the Lakers, huh?
They like to run.
Yeah, they like to run like the 80s Lakers. You know what I mean? They're more Showtime than they are, the half court type of thing. But, yeah, OKC showed their ass in game 2 for sure.
So we'll jump to game 3. Game 3, the Pacers get their first home game. They took the series to Indiana. It was split when we got there. Indiana comes out on the OKC Thunder, beat them 116-107. Halliburton has his best game of the series, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists. Siakam has a good game, 21.6 rebounds, 4 assists. But the surprise was off the bench with Mathurin dropping 27 points and 4 rebounds. McConnell has been very consistent as usual. He had 10 points. Jalen Williams had 26, 6 and 3. SGA had 24. Chet had 20 and 10 rebounds. Dort had 12. But the fall off was Caruso. Caruso had gave him 20 in game 2. He gave him 8 in game 3. What I took from game 3 was the Thunder slipped up and went back to their small lineup. The Thunder have to stay big. If the Thunder stay big, Indiana can't beat them.
No.
And that's what I've noticed. Game 2, they went big. They blew them out. We're going to get into game 4 about what happened. But when they stay big, Indiana has a problem when they've got Hartenstein on the court playing defense is a problem for Siakam and Turner. See, Chet can play defense. He's versatile, but Chet ain't got the body size. He's smaller.
Small.
So he can only guard one or the other. You can't let him guard both. But when they got Hartenstein in there and you put Chet at the 4, the Thunder are a problem with them 2 at the 4 and the 5, man. They really are a problem. In game 3, when y'all seen the Pacers run it, they won by 9. And remember, I'm saying this. I want to say this out loud. The Thunder missed 7 free throws in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter in this game. So if you give them the 7 free throws, they're only down 116, 114. So what do y'all take from game 3?
I mean, game 3, to me, the Pacers did what they like to do. They got out, they ran. Halliburton had a hell of a game. Also, another thing that the Pacers need, when Halliburton's over 20 with over 10 assists, they're almost undefeated. So that's something that needs to happen too. They actually made it happen this game. I agree with you, News. They got away from the small ball, which we seen, or got away from the bigs in the lineup, which we seen next game. Man, when the Pacers are too much in the forward position, size-wise, for the Thunder, for them not to play their 2 big guys. They're just too big for them. They can't guard them without the big guys in there. So to me, the key to game, the future games is they got to get out and run. They got to get their bigs in foul trouble, and then just keep it up, man. I thought game 3 was the most complete game we've seen from the Pacers the whole playoffs.
It was. It was. 2 times what you think?
We saw what the Pacers can be when they're hitting on all cylinders. And I think that's what's holding them back. And I think that's what may be the overall end-all, be-all of why they may not win the series is they can't do this every night. And part of it is because the Thunder's defense ain't going to allow it every night. I think that's what the problem is. The Thunder's defense hasn't been thoroughly consistent this whole series. That's why this has been a series. Because, like you said, and like you said, Joe Father made a point. This could really be 3-0.
It could be 3-0. It could be 3-0 OKC right now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this series could really be. We could really be talking about nothing.
They didn't lead. Remember, people don't understand. Even game 3 when Indiana won, OKC was up 12 in the first half. The next game we're gonna talk about is the only game that Indiana led damn near the whole game. That's it. So if I know this, but they did the same shit against the Knicks. They was down damn near every game, and the Knicks just blew it.
Right. And that leads to my point. If you really look at the receipts that Indiana has been leaving throughout this whole playoffs, pretty much the whole season, if you've really been watching them, if you're really a fan, they have a consistency to, even against teams that they shouldn't be competing with, they have an inconsistency when it comes to how they play. And good defenses will punish you. And that's what the Thunder has been doing this whole series. They've been punishing them, and they've been forced to have to play behind, other than the game we're about to talk about here in a second. And that's the problem. You know what I noticed? Every single game, the Thunder start off scoring first or second. They get the first couple points, and the Patriots have to be like, oh yeah, we're playing now. It's like, come on, man. You got to start off. You have to start off with some assertiveness. Not that they have it, but it's like you're sloppy when you come out the gate, and then you kind of have to slowly clean it up and get back into the game. The Thunder have not started off sloppy any of these games, and that has led to what we've seen so far in the series.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to the. We're gonna debate something in a minute after this fourth game. But if I told you, what if I told you? And this is for the audience too. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share. But if I told you that one team in the NBA Finals hit 3 threes for 4 quarters, and the other team hit 11 threes for 4 quarters. Who do you think who would you say had won the game? Like, literally, like, who would you really think won the game? So the Thunder hit 3 threes. They were 3 for 16. The Pacers were 11 for 36. The Thunder win the game 111-104, game 4. SGA, 35 points, 3 rebounds. But what set SGA off was 15 points in the 4th quarter. And the reason why I'm going to say this is because this is what real superstars really do. When it's your moment, you got to take your moment. Jalen Williams had his best game, 27.7 boards. Chet had 14 points, 15 rebounds. He came to play. But they off the bench present was the one that they need to get. If he gets 20, you can't beat him. Caruso had 20 points. If Caruso gets 20, you're not beating the Thunder. It's just a given. When he gets 20 now, they're beating you. Siakam had 28 and 5. Halliburton had 18 and 7, which I told you he has to get over 20 a game to win this series. But he also had 5 turnovers in this game. Turner, who has given them nothing. I mean, Miles Turner, I don't even know if you don't even know he's on the court besides when he's playing a little D. But his offense has been ass the whole series. He had 12. Nembhard had 10. Now, Toppin had another big game. Toppin been hooping. Toppin had 17 and 7 boards. He been getting his rocks off. And I kind of feel this way, but I know they're not going to do it. But Rick Carlisle, I'm going to be honest with you. You might want to switch the rotation up with Turner coming off the bench and starting Toppin with Siakam. Because Turner ain't giving you shit for real. You know what I mean? Like,
and he's taking bad shots.
Yeah.
He's falling in love with that 3-point line. He's doing he's doing that big man. The further out I go, I just start shooting. I just keep shooting no matter where I'm at. As long as I'm behind the line, I'm just going to shoot.
He's doing Gasol in 2008 against the Celtics. And when he came back and played him in 2010, he was a whole different Gasol. What was y'all takeaway from game 4 besides the defense? The defense OKC played was outstanding in the 4th. But Indiana had this game. I mean, if you go watch the game, Indiana could have won this game easily. They was up 12. As a matter of fact, they was up damn near 14 at one point. 1-5, what do you take from game 4?
Oh, game 4, like we said, man, the Pacers led the whole game. This was the best game the Pacers have played. Quarters 1, 2, and 3. All right. Where the Pacers have won every single game in this series is the 4th quarter. They lost the 4th quarter of this game. The reason why they lost the 4th quarter in this game is because they actually put the bigs on the court at the same time in the 4th quarter. We saw Hartenstein. We saw your boy Chet. We saw old boy with the bandana just being a pest. They had Mathurin off his game. He was flustered at the end.
What the fuck was Mathurin doing in the 4th quarter in the last?
I don't know.
It was like Mathurin thought for a second he was Michael Jordan and he was supposed to take that game over. And he tried, but it was piss poor at best.
He was macro Jordan.
Yeah, he really did try to take that game over.
He was Air Jordan.
He said Air Jordan.
He was Air Jordan.
He did his best to try to win that game for him. It just wasn't good enough, man. He was missing free throws. It was bad.
Did you see the two? See, I don't know if people this. I don't know if y'all know this as an audience though, but it's a rule now. If you foul on the inbound without the ball,
they did a bunch of that. Yeah,
he did it twice. He did it twice in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was twice in a row.
And it's crazy because that was the game.
Yeah,
that was it. And Halliburton unfollowed him on IG. They was mad as fuck at him in the locker room. That's what the sources say. This is the sources, the Indiana Pacers sources. So don't hold me or quote me to nothing. But what the word was, he unfollowed him on IG because he was pissed. The teammates was pissed. But if you go back and look, because I went back and looked at
Yeah.
that last 3 minutes, and I said, for a minute there, I laughed about 20 minutes because I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was he doing? Like, he literally gave them the game.
Yeah.
Like,
It was almost like he had money on the game and was like intentionally throwing it. But I know that ain't. I mean, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and that ain't the case. I just think he really tried really hard. And
he was doing too much, but you know what the problem is? You can't blame Mathurin solely for that. The fourth quarter, them motherfuckers was 0 from 6 from the motherfucking 3-point line, and they couldn't roll the goddamn ball to the rim. I mean, if God would have put the rim next to the ball, they still would have missed.
No, I definitely get that, but at the same point in time, man, the rest of the team wasn't doing the dumb fouls at the end and missing free throws. You know what I mean? That was on Mathurin, man. But shout out to the Thunder, man. They finally figured that lineup up in the fourth quarter, and that helped them get what they help them walk out of there with the dub, man. Because Indiana's not an easy place to play.
No, 2 times. You mentioned the 0 for 6, which was big. And with that being said, if you're not hitting the 3 ball, why the fuck ain't y'all trying to go to the hole?
Come in the side the fucking line and shoot, create, get to the foul, get a traditional 3-pointer. Something.
But this is what takes me back to what I keep trying to say to you about your boy. The superstar has to be a superstar. He has to get the ball and go, we gonna lose or win off me. They're not losing or winning off Halliburton.
And like I told you yesterday,
they're losing and winning off of Mathurin, McConnell. I've seen McConnell with the ball in the paint more than anybody in the fucking on the team.
And like I told you the more I look at this series and more I'll just look at it in general, because I had to go look back at some regular season games. He's just not. I still want to stand on the superstar heel, but the start part of it is I don't think that they're built as a team for him to be what we're talking about. Like, he has to get everybody involved, because if he's just taking all the shots, they're just going to stand around and watch his ass.
But you can't say that, and this is why I'm saying this to you.
Because I see some games where they stood around and watched his ass while he was just shooting.
Let's do it this way.
I had to go to some regular season games. I said, "Oh, that's why."
Let's do it this way.
And I think Carlisle has said that to him throughout the season. Like, we need you to be a distributor more and a shooter less.
But let's do this. Is Trae Young a double-digit assist person almost for the whole year?
Yeah, but he never gets some play. He never gets some fucking playoffs. He can't.
I don't. That's not my question. That's not my question.
I get what you're saying.
It has nothing to do with the
and that's one of my guys. That's one of my guys, sir.
Okay. And how many points per game does Trae Young average?
He averaged over 25 normally.
So what is the difference between Halliburton and Trae Young?
One goes to the playoffs, the other one doesn't.
So if that's the only answer you got for me, then your guy is Trae Young a superstar?
Yeah. But that's the thing.
But it's the same game. Listen, the reason why I'm saying it's the best comparison, because the thing that Trae Young does, he distributes. He gets 10 dimes a game, but he can pull up from 30. When they want him to close, he's not just clutch, he's the closer. You cannot be a superstar and not be the closer. See, people get Halliburton's clutch gene and closer mixed up. He's clutch because he can hit that 3 to win the game, but he never closes the game. He never.
And that's my argument with him. He does it, but he doesn't do it enough.
And that's not a superstar trait. Superstar trait is what SGA just did in the fourth quarter. 15 straight points in the fourth. That's Kobe shit. That's Jordan shit. That's D Wade shit. That's Carmelo Anthony shit. These are superstars I'm naming. This is Chris Paul, New Orleans Pelicans shit when they was called the Hornets. That's what he would have did. I'm going 15 in the fourth. You gotta, because it's on you. Because if they, this is why I'm saying this. And forget the superstar attachment. What's the argument if Indiana loses the series? Who are they gonna point the finger at?
Yeah, they gonna point the finger in him.
And guess what Stephen A. gonna say? I told y'all he wasn't a superstar. Because Stephen A. stands on that. Stephen A. and I'll stand on it. Like I said, he is an all-star.
And they beefing right now anyway. That's not fair. They beefing.
He said it before that, though. He's an all-star caliber player. I'll give him that. But if Siakam is averaging 20, you keep giving me 18, and every time you score 18, y'all lose, that's telling me something. I don't give a fuck how many dimes you get, because you're going to get your assists. That's what you do. Same thing with Trae Young. That's what he does. Trae Young knows I'm going to get at least 7 to 8, maybe 10 assists, but I got to go get 25 for Atlanta to win. That's what Halliburton got to think. For us, what did I say? What did we say at the beginning of the series? I said, if Indiana is going to win the championship, it's going to be two players that's going to have to average 20-plus points per game in this series. You know what you said? You said 25-plus a game in this series for him. He ain't even giving you 25 in one of these games yet. The closest he got to 25 was 20, 22, 9, and 11.
But you know what? I will say this for him. Oklahoma's whole defensive presence and point is to get the ball out of his hand as much as possible. And he hasn't figured out how to keep the ball in his hand as much as possible. Until he figures that out, he can't even do what we're talking about.
But because his mentality is not an aggressive superstar mentality, James. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a superstar, your mentality, Anthony Edwards is a kill. He's going to kill you. SGA's trying to kill you. Kobe Bryant tried to kill you. Mike was trying to kill you. Even LeBron against the Pistons, he was trying to kill the Pistons. That's when you seen that fourth quarter explosion. Like, shit, that's LeBron. Like, yeah, that's Bron. That is just, it's a switch. And it's not nothing wrong with being an all-star caliber player. It's to get that accolade of being here with the top tier superstars. It's hard to earn that shit, bro. Like, Jason Tatum got that. Joker got that. But they got it off of, if we gonna lose on me. I'm gonna take every last shot. The fourth quarter, I'm gonna touch the ball the whole time. I don't give a fuck what they do. I'm forcing the issue. Think about this too. We don't really peep this out too. He hardly even shoots any free throws because he's not going to the hole. His own little man, the littlest man on the team, McConnell, he shoots more free throws than Halliburton. How is that even possible? All his points are in the paint. Halliburton, you're damn near. What is Halliburton? 6'6"?
Yeah,
6'6", right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you not going to the hole on the regular, bro? Shoot these dumbass threes. You want to shoot that dumbass floater every time? Go to the hole, bro. Then you can add up your points. See, remember, SGA had 35, right? 35, right? But he was 10 for 10 from the free throw line. So he really only had 25. But he shot 10 free throws. You got it. That's what superstars do, bro. You gotta go get the points everywhere. It's not just your distribution. You know your distribution is one of the best in the league. You're one of the top point guards in the league, period. But this isn't, you on a level right now, you playing at that one level. If you're not getting 25, you going to fuck home, homeboy.
But that's what I'm saying. When you see him do it in the regular season versus now, you're like, well, why ain't you doing that shit now? That's why I'm thinking like, well, maybe Carlisle has said something to his ass or something. I don't know what the hell.
No. This is who Halliburton is. This is what me and Ty was trying to tell you after game one. Halliburton is not that. He's great at being an all-star, but he's not a superstar. It's just everybody. It's like Mark Price. We knew how great Mark Price was, but we knew Brad Daugherty was better. And if you added a team, who was the number one option on that team for real? Brad Daugherty. But Mark Price can go get you some buckets. If Mark Price wanted to get 20, he can get 20, but he didn't average 20. That's just what it was. John Stockton, 17 and 15. He can get 20. Have to. But if John wanted to go do it, John could do it. That's why John's a superstar.
You know
Stockton
who
was always a superstar.
Halliburton reminds me of Rod Strickland a little bit.
He kind of play like him. Not
Yeah.
the dribbling wise. Not the
No,
dribbling
no,
wise.
no. He ain't got that.
Yeah, and Rod Strickland was point guard. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Rod Strickland. Now Rod Strickland give you 50. Rod Strickland give you 50 if he really wanted to.
That's Kyrie Irving's. That's Kyrie Irving's godfather, and that's where Kyrie Irving get the handles from. Everybody be wondering why.
Yeah, Rod Strickland was a motherfucker.
Okay, let me, and I'm gonna stay on this topic because I want to do this with y'all. I gotta. This is for y'all too, and I need y'all answers, and I want y'all answers. Who was the top 5 point guards of all time?
Ooh.
Oh shit!
And listen. I'll give y'all a chance to do this. You can either put them in order or not put them in order. I don't care. Just give me.
I don't put them in order because it just depends on how you want them. Magic.
I'm gonna put mine in order.
Okay, well, Magic, Stockton, Isaiah, Curry, and Pistol Pete.
Okay. 1-5. Who's your top 5?
Magic, Isaiah, Stockton, Oscar Robinson, and my 5th, I'll go with Steph.
I didn't add Oscar because he didn't play in modern times. That's the only reason why I didn't. He played his prime was in before when all the rules was different mostly. Like the lane was like 4 feet wide and shit, and it was ridiculous. But yeah, if I say all time, then I'd move somebody out, but I can't add him because of where he played.
And then also
that's why
I didn't add AI because AI was a shooting guard most of his career.
Yeah, that's possible.
Even though I think AI was probably the greatest, guard of all time.
AI was a fucking dog. I mean, AI was a super dog, and it is crazy because, like I said, me and News just talked about this yesterday. I was talking about we was looking at another podcast where they was comparing him and Curry. If AI would have been on that Golden State team instead of Curry, they still won 4 titles. And I said, hell yeah, they probably would have won all the ones they went to.
Yeah. Can't hear you now.
We can't hear you, bro. Can you hear us? We can't hear you.
You went out and then came back in. Hold on. There. Wait. There you go. Try now. Nope.
Can't hear you, bro.
Wait, let me do something. I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
We can't hear you now, bro. Go out and come back in. All right.
That's wild when it happens.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I wanted to get away from with the cell phone and do this with the laptop and stuff.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you good now. You good now.
I got a phone call. That's what it was.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Every time.
So my top 5, and this is in order. This is real shit. And y'all both didn't pick this guy. And the crazy thing is the 2 guys y'all picked never won anything. Remember I said this. The 2 point guards y'all put in y'all top 5, they never won a title ever in their career. No, one of them did. I take that back. One of them did. Number 1, Irvin Magic Johnson. the greatest point guard that ever lived, the real point guard. That people always say point guard. No, this was the real point guard. That
I agree with
couldn't
that.
nobody fuck with. Number 2 all time, Steph Curry. Number 3 all time, Isaiah Thomas. Back-to-back champion Bad Boys Pistons. Number 4, John Stockton. Assist God. That's what I call him, the assist God. And number 5, that I was surprised neither one of y'all picked, Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is the quintessential, led his team to the finals, lost in the finals.
Dragged his team to the finals.
Also went back to the finals and finally won with Dallas. I have to give him that because his assist. What Jason Kidd was, he was a version of John Stockton, Big O, and I would probably say Isaiah Thomas all in one because he could do it all.
Yeah,
that's one thing about Jason Kidd people didn't understand. He could do it all. Like
yeah, and he was super fast.
Yeah, especially off the dribble quickly. He can hit you quick on the run.
I got him up there. I just got my favorites, and he's not my favorite. I love Jason Kidd. It's just like I said, I have some ones I prefer more, just a tad bit more, not by much. It's like it's hairs. Like you almost got to put it on a microscope.
That's why I said it's who. That's why I said who is y'all top 5. That's fine with me. I'm just telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me switch over to the WNBA. This is crazy. The Liberty are on fire. Still undefeated.
Nope.
Still the best team. No, they lost the game finally. They finally lost the game.
The Fever beat them yesterday.
Yeah, but the Lynx is on the same level. These I think they're on a crash course. But I want to stay in the WNBA, but it ain't really about the actual points. I mean the games and who played, but I want to talk about what do y'all think about how did y'all see that Angel Reese won the Women's Athlete of the Year award for BET and the backlash she got from Clarissa Shields saying how could she win it? What has she done? What accolades does she have? And I look at it like this. Clarissa Shields, don't get it twisted. You're a champion. A lot of people probably gonna say you the GOAT of boxing when it comes to the women. I still think Ali's daughter and you would have been a great matchup in her prime. I kind of feel like Ali's daughter would have fucked you up for real. That's just me. In her prime, I'm talking about they prime. But Reese is the young buck. You know, this is the BET Girls a BET award. Who gives a fuck? Half the people don't even watch the awards no more.
And it's her second year. You remember Reese was a rookie last year.
But that's her thing. Her whole argument is, what has she done to get this award when I have belts over here? I just stepped in the UFC light and fought, you know, because Clarissa Shields is doing MMA now too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and she's whooping ass. So it's like I kind of understand her argument, but I feel like it was the wrong thing to do, man. I feel like it was the wrong thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you supposed to salute whoever, man, regardless of whether you win or lose something. You supposed to salute somebody. And you know what? In our culture, man, the last thing you want to do is tear down to the next person. You know what I mean? Because like it's just like anything else. You know, 1-5 is a hell of a music producer, man. Whether I make beats or not, I'm gonna salute this man because he does a hell of a job, man. And like I said, he didn't have my head doing like this every time, man. So it's like I'm a saluter, man. I'm never gonna tear nobody down, man. That's not what I do, man. And that's the problem with this world, man. We quick to tear people down when we don't agree with something. Just salute it, and if you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. And it's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion, but there's ways to go about it.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Coco Gauff winning the French Open. First black woman to win the French Open since Serena Williams. She is the number 2 tennis player in the world. She beat the number 1 tennis player in the world, Sabalenka. But what I took from this is, and I don't know if y'all seen the interview, but they interviewed Sabalenka after it was over, and she was really dismissive about Gauff beating her. She kind of made it look like she beat herself. and Golf didn't really beat her. Now listen to the score though. The sets was 7-6, 6-2, 6-4. So she really smoked your ass.
Yeah, she smoked your ass.
You won one, she won 2 in a row after that. She beat your ass for real. Like you literally, there's nothing you can really say.
How many times did she ace her though? See them aces. People don't talk about aces. When you can't return that serve, that's on you.
and she just, you're the number 1 player. She the number 2 player. You lost to the best. It's not like you lost to a motherfucker that was 25th ranked or 278th ranked. How you gonna take away her credit saying, "Oh, well, I just played bad"? No,
you can't accept it. Okay, not accountable. Sometimes a motherfucker got a shoe in your ass, and you gotta admit, man, that's a shoe in my ass.
Right.
Period. You gotta accept the loss the same way you would if you was winning. Period.
Right.
Gotta be humble. Gotta be humble.
Hey, let me send a shout out to some of the people commenting in the Facebook live feed. My guy Jay Davila up in New York. So what's up? Shouted out.
Thank you, sir.
He highlighted all of his people to check us out. My guy Sean Kane also with the breaking news that Bane had been traded to the Magic. So what's good, guys? Salute.
What's happening?
Appreciate y'all.
I'm happy y'all tuning in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in.
Baseball wise, this baseball shit is the closest shit I ever seen in my life. The top 4 teams in the AL is the Tigers, Yankees, Toronto, and Houston. But the NL is what's surprising. The Mets, the Phillies, the Cubs, the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Padres. It's all over 500. And I'm talking about more than 5-6 games. Like, the MLB heating up, man. The shit heating up. It's heating up. NHL, the Panthers are leading the series 3-2 in the Stanley Cup Finals. Florida and Edmonton, the Oilers are going at it. The other night, it was funny because one was up 3-0 going into the last period and ended up winning the game 6-5. This shit was crazy. Like, I swear that it. But the problem with NHL though, this is what I don't like about the NHL. Why are y'all playing the Stanley Cup Final during the NBA Finals? It's always
been like that.
I know, and it's always fucked them over. Unless you're a true hockey fan, we be missing out on what's really going on because we waiting on the NBA. And this is another thing I want to say to the NBA. This separating these games about 45 days and shit to see the next game. I'm tired of this shit.
A Father's Day game 5 would have been great. We could have played today.
We used to get the Father's Day game every year in the finals. I don't know why we didn't have it today. Shout out to K Russ. Me and Kevo was trying to figure it out this morning. Like, why they ain't got the ain't no Father's Day game today? I also I got some shit going on, man. This shit just funny. I wanna send my condolences to a very, very special former MTV host. Ananda Lewis passed away at 52 years old. It was from breast cancer. If you're too young to understand who she is one of those pioneers of the MTV world. This is when MTV was at its tip top. It was Fab. You knew Fab Five Freddy, and you knew Ananda Lewis. You knew Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. These was the pioneers of the shows. You just could not know them. You could, and these are black people. I'm not doing this because they're black. What I'm saying to you is, they're pioneers that you could not know who they was if you wasn't watching MTV. Because MTV was as big as BET. Actually, it was bigger at that time. It was the shit. You know what I'm saying? It was big. It was the bigger platform. But I wanted to send my condolences to her family.
Definitely.
It's really heartbreaking. I also want to give a condolences to Harrison Yulin. He passed away at 87. He cardiac arrest. If y'all don't know who he is, he's one of the best actors. He was in Scarface, Ghostbusters, Murder at 1600, Rush Hour. He was in Ozark. Go look him up. Harrison Yulin. When you see his face, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, I remember him." He's a really good actor. He's always been known for for his things. We're gonna get into the sad note so we can get the hell out of here. It is Father's Day, man. Me and my guys got to enjoy being fathers. And shout out to our kids. Stink, you already know what it is with your daddy. Shout out to the One Fast kids. Shout out to 2 times daughter. You know, I just want to give all my shouts out to all my family and everybody that's fathers out there today. Side note was it was 2 times last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got it right. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, Hercules.
Yeah.
1-5, go ahead. What's your side note today?
Hey, man, I just want to say shout out to all the dads out there. Shout out to the dads on the podcast with me. Salute all of y'all. Without dads in the life of children, we have chaos because we're the example for your child. We're the ones that show them how to get up every day, go make money, show love to their mothers, show love to them. We're the example of how they should be as people. And I take that role very serious as a man, as do the other gentlemen on this podcast. Shout out to the real dads out there making a difference in this world. I salute every single one of you. Happy Father's Day.
Foam Durners not included.
Right. 2 times, what is your side note for today?
Man, I got some birthdays to shout out. I got birthdays plural. So first of all, shout out to the greatest quarterback in NFL history. He turned 69 on Wednesday, Joe Montana.
I thought Tom Brady was younger.
And in news, this one's for you. Wade Boggs, he turned 67 today. Shout out to one of the best baseball players in baseball history, Wade Boggs. He turned 69.
Yep.
One of the best catchers in Tigers history, Lance Parrish. He turned 69.
Okay.
High-ass Dusty Baker, like my grandma said, high-ass Dusty Baker. He turned 76. And I just want to say, like I said, happy Father's Day to all the real men out there, especially these 2 brothers, man. I love y'all, man, and I want us to enjoy our day, man. And it's nothing better than being on this side of the fucking dirt. I'm going to tell you this much. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. It could be a lot goddamn worse. But I appreciate every man that gets up out of his bed every day and tries to make a difference and make this world great.
Yep. For sure. My side note is I just want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers, especially these 2 on the show with me. The love I share with these 2 guys, man, it's endless. These are my guys. I know what they do as far as when it comes to being a parent. But I wanna really give a shout out to all my guys personally that I hold dear to me in general, because I deal with real dads and real fathers. So my guys is real fathers. The whole BMC clique, you know who my clique is, so you know how I feel about them. Shout out to my big brother Schmidt. Shout out to all the fathers. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my brother's dads on here. It's a good thing when you're looking around and it's like, we did this show. We started this show. We're basically going into our 2nd year with this shit, and y'all don't understand. There was a time where there was no faces on here. There was just voices to the shit. You know what I mean? And to see us transform into this right now, and sitting here in the phase of life we all are in, I'm really proud of us. And every man out there that's a real dad, and I don't mean the play dad where you be bullshitting. I'm talking about the real dad. Keep your head up, stay strong, stay focused, keep teaching, because they can't stop learning. If we stop teaching them, then they'll stop learning. But if we keep teaching them and we keep making them listen to us, they gonna learn from their parents. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to be a father. I'm a girl dad, and everybody on here is girl dads. That's what's funny. So we don't play about our girls. But I just want to get a shout out to all our fathers. I'm happy y'all tuned in. I'm gonna get us up out of here like I always do. Everything I do it on God. Everything we do it on God. When I do it with these 2 crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of Star Money Click. No one rapper in the world. I am also BMC for life and a father. That is 1-5. The other co-CEO of the Star Money Click. He is the number 1. He is the BET People's Choice Award. He also owns the Punish Me Vodka that sponsors our show. And he's the number 1 producer in the world. And he's also a father. That is Jimmy 2 times. My brother from another mother, the devoted 49er fan and Oklahoma Super fan. And he is also a father. And this was the father's edition of On God Podcast. Y'all stay prayed up. Y'all go get y'all money tomorrow. All the fathers out there, enjoy y'all day. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good day.
Peace.
One love. Assalamu alaikum, baby.
Star money draped in gold, we sipping on success. Diamonds make moves, icy wrists stay fresh. Dating lights flicker, shadows of the best. Click rolling deep, never failing, no test. I'm the man, star money's glow. Diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let them know. OVO nights, heavy on the vibe. Strutting through the city, unstoppable tribe. Cash in the pocket, dreams in our eyes. Popping bottles, no disguise. I'm the man, star money's glow. Diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let them know. Whispers in the dark, luxury and grace. Star money governs, leads the race. Glitz on the teeth, crowns in place. Dayton nights, victories embrace. From the streets to the skies, we escalate. Star money, quick plans, they never late. Money in our steps, on the path to great. Diamonds in Dayton, check the state. I'm the man, star money's glow. Diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let them know. Whispers in the dark, luxury and grace. Star money governs, leads the